Welcome along then to round 6 of this bringing Kick Sauber to the front of the grid. Last time out, spoiler alert if you haven't seen that already, we were absolutely robbed of some points with some late safety cars, late red flags, late crashes and late DNFs. It was us that lost out, which is very unfortunate because we did put in a very good drive. Now, Miami could be another circuit that does well for us. So let's just show you car 1 and car 2. They both now have the increase of the chassis. So chassis is on to car 2, of course. And we also need to just check we've got everything else. We're a little bit delayed based on our factory only being level 1. That is due for a completion soon. Side pods we are still awaiting, but I believe we do have them manufacturing. We've got a new underfloor that's been created for those high and low speed circuits, and a suspension we have on both cars. The problem is, like we said, we don't have the space. You can see we've got a chassis coming, side pods coming, we've got basically front wing and some research, but we just don't have the ability. Now, looking at the calendar, there it is. There is the factory upgrade completing less than a week away now. So, we're nearly there. Now, 16th we are going to go for. 18th for Mr. Bortoleto. We're going to hope to bounce back. Yes, bounce back for some points.
Once again, we
at
touched down
Miami.
in Miami.
Don't know if it's a sprint one, I can't remember, or not. It is, and we've got sprint, heavy rain as well, and for potentially qualifying, which should make it interesting. We'll head to practice though, and let's get through to sprint qualifying. So here we go then, qualifying sprint 1 at Miami. And let's see how we get on. Can we get the job done? Can we get through in this sprint session? And see what sort of times that we can put on the board. The grip is pretty low at the minute. We're going to send with everybody else. Like normal, it will be medium tyres for everybody. So we're going to fly through. As the track rubbers up, we're going to see how our lap time compares to those around us. No blocking. Oh, God. Bortoleto already made a mistake. Ran wide at turn 6. 34.5. I mean, 35.0. He's not that far off. He's only 5 tenths. Unless it's the middle sector. What did we do? 21.7 versus sector 2 of a 22.2. So you're not a million miles away. Still about a second. Hulkenberg will cross the line though. We'll see himself go to P5. Bortoleto obviously struggling. Still 2.5 seconds off though. Maybe Hulkenberg got some problem in running too. And that is 3.8. We are in trouble here in sprint qualifying 1. They are some very, very slow times. I don't like that. That is way off the pace. So we're going to have to use the same tyres for both cars. We're going to wait until everybody starts sending as well. And now we're going to send. So, let's see what we got in the tank then. Let's send our drivers. Hopefully, they're looking like they're going to be in some clean air. And we need green sectors. We're going to go on board with Hulkenberg, who's going to be the first over. Come on then. Here we go. This is everything. This is what we need. Hulkenberg, Bortoleto have got to go green sectors. It's too late for anybody coming out of the track now. So we shouldn't get any blocking. We have got a car coming up the rear though at the moment, which could be very annoying. Is it going to affect us? I don't think it is. So, I'm pretty sure there's a car right behind us, or there was. Okay, here we go. We need green sectors. Back on board with Hulkenberg we go. Through sector 1. What sort of time can we put in? Come on, please be better. And it is a 32.9. It's a 33 off Bortoleto, 5 tenths off again. What do we have to do to get that man a lap time? So not great. Not great for Bortoleto. He is a 20.9 through the middle, a 21.3. He is like 4 tenths, 8 tenths. I don't know what's going on with Bortoleto. He's got no pace. But can we find about a second and potentially get through? As we come round the final few corners to across the line, Hulkenberg. What? P2. Bortoleto is through at the moment in 14th. Behrman is finished. Ocon and Antonelli are both improving. And we are out with What in the world have we just done with Bortoleto? Hulkenberg. That is insane lap time. And Bortoleto improved, but he was nowhere near. 18th. That is a shocker. I can't believe the lap time. And the track must have really ramped up there for Nico. Because, I mean, he's still a second nearly off Verstappen. But, yeah, that was a weird one. We got mediums again. Bortoleto, I don't know what we've got to do to him. We've got to find something in the tank because he's starting to struggle. And we're back to mediums again. We're going to send Hulkenberg. And this is, in theory, the best we'll get out of the tyres. And we're behind Sainz. So, here we go. Q2. The first of 2 runs. And this is the freshest of the tyres. Rubber is low. And now, we're going to see if we can get some improvements. Let's see. I mean, I can't believe where we were in Q1. In SQ1. I can't see that being the case, though, all the way through. Let's see what Hulkenberg does. Can he get some decent lap times? A 33.3 in the first sector. Don't know how solid that is. But the rubber has definitely lowered since the track time of when everyone was in the pits. But we seem like we're catching on the Williams, which is good. A 21.1 through the middle sector. Was it a freak lap time for Hulkenberg in SQ1? Or does he have the pace? Antonelli 8 tenths off. Alonso 2 tenths off. Piastri a 28.5. We slot in 7 tenths off. It is a 29.2 for Hulkenberg. Yep. So, you would argue, probably not far off. Hamilton is currently out at the moment. Both Williams as well, who are challengers. We've got to quickly get the mediums back on. Everybody coming back out. We are behind Norris. So, time for another run. We need grips gone to high. And we've got to improve again. We are on the cusp, but expect Hamilton improve, of course. He should be improving this lap. So we are going to be one of the first 4 cars across the line in SQ2. And we're going to see what sort of lap times can we improve? Will there be any late track ramp up as we come through then the first sector? It is a 32.998, the best sector so far for Nico Hulkenberg. And he only needs to find 0.04 of a tenth to get ahead of Jack Doohan. Critical that we get ahead of the Alpines. Through the middle sector, Verstappen takes P1 at the moment at 20.9. I feel like this is good times coming in here. Gasly up to 7th. We need to find like 3 tenths here at least as we come round the final corners. Across the line we'll go from P10. We find ourselves into P6 ahead of the Alpine. So 2 cars already that can't beat us. Now 4. Oh, it's getting closer. We need... Oh, we're through. We are through. Antonelli. So, Jack Doohan is out. Oh, on the cusp. We are on the cusp. P10. We just make it through by a couple attempts. Gasly is out in P11. I think... Who got through? Both Alpines did go out in the end. Yes, that's good then. So into SQ3 we go. It is time for the soft tyres now. And a short session. 7 minutes and 58 to go. And I feel like it could be limited running here. Now, let's see what sort of lap time we can get in. We're behind Verstappen. We might just get a very tiny toe here. It might be a quick turnaround to have another lap. But I think this is going to be a 1 lap only. And we're going to see, as we chase down Verstappen, maybe a little bit of a slipstream. They do say as long as you're within 7 seconds, you do gain the benefit on the straights. Through sector 1 we go. On the soft tyres, 32.8. Still chasing down Verstappen here. Middle sector. Want to see a decent sector. 20.8. Don't think we're going to have enough lap time to do another lap. I think this is a 1 lap shootout. And now, as we come round the final corners, definitely a 1 lap shootout. Let's see how we get on. It is Hulkenberg to the line. And he's 6 tenths off Verstappen. I mean, that's not actually that bad considering we are against the Ferraris and McLarens and Mercedes. That is all that we've got time for, though. We can't improve any further than that. Not enough time. And let's see where we finish. We are at least ahead of Piastri and Leclerc. Antonelli and Lawson across the line. And look at that. Hulkenberg with a P7 28.4. Improved by 3 tenths with the soft tyres. Very, very consistent. We will absolutely take that. Hulkenberg, again, shining the light on us. Problem is, bortoleto is not carrying with. Now, heavy rain sprint race. Intermediate tyres. 19 laps. Tyres are going to be no issue in this race. We know our car isn't the best on tyres. Got to be going inters. And this could be interesting. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's not a lot else we can see. So, let's go for it. It is time for the sprint race here in Miami.
And here in Miami,
Hamilton on pole. Verstappen second. Looks like we've got the Mercedes of, is it Russell in third? It is.
We go.
As we're racing here. And Hulkenberg has got a good start on the inside of Antonelli as we go down into turn 1. Hulkenberg just sort of clatters the wheels. Can he get better traction off on the intermediates? He can. And Hulkenberg has had a great start into P6. Bortoleto has got away well in 16th. Now, we've had some fun around Miami in the past. This is a circuit that we want to be doing the same at as well. Wet conditions, and expecting that in this whole race, this race will stay on the intermediates as we approach into the turn. And it is still Hulkenberg in P6. Bortoleto still in P16, but it's going to be very hard to gain. We are against some super fast competitors right now as we go down the straight, back straight for the first time. Bit of reported on track conditions. We are detaching. Now, this is the one thing that we do find with our car. In the early stages, we can't seem to just ramp up. And you can see that as we're dropping backwards. But remember, we have got a good top speed and we have got no DRS in this sprint. That is key to remember. That might come in handy. We're going to try and still keep the gap. Antonelli in 7th. I mean, look who we're against though. Alonso, Antonelli, Piastri, Leclerc, Lawson. We are the odd one out with Hulkenberg. And we've already got a good gap to P17, Yuki Tsunoda. Hulkenberg just getting detached on lap 2. Trying to live with these. Struggling at the moment. Antonelli is right behind. But again, our top speed is going to be crucial in a wet race. Because there's not a lot of movement they can do. As Hulkenberg comes out of the corner quite nicely. I'm going to go to aggressive now. We've saved a little bit of tyre. Going to do the same as Yuki Tsunoda is now a 10th behind. And again, it's this early pace that we seem to struggle. And then we catch ourselves back out. Tyre management, we have got the better tyres at the minute. 95%. Everybody is pushing more than us. That's why you see the gaps being created. And that is why. Here comes Antonelli. But again, oh, Stroll, mechanical fault. That could be good. That could see Bortoleto moving forward. Still, Hulkenberg 6th. Holding off Antonelli. 1.7 seconds off 5th. We've got good ERS with Bortoleto. We're going to use a bit of that now. Just try and close these gaps where we can. Going to now cut down the fuel. Cut down the tyres. I feel like we could be very strong later in this race if we just look after stuff. Bortoleto, where is he? There he is. So let's just mess around. Keep topping up. We're about a second behind Alonso now. And we're a second ahead of Antonelli. But I do feel confident with the top speed that we've got in this car that we can survive this. We are going to be very tricky to be overtaken. Now, he did drop behind a little bit while I wasn't looking. But a move, as you join me, for Bortoleto up to 15th. I told you this car, good acceleration, good top speed. Bortoleto now passed and on the inside of a rival, Jack Doohan, up to 14th. Hulkenberg had lost out to Antonelli. But now Antonelli is kind of... I mean, let's look at tyres again. Look at our tyres, a lot better than everyone else's. We could have a really good, strong rest of the stint here if we manage these nicely. We're going to top up again while we're sat behind the cars. Bortoleto closing in on the Williams of Sainz. And this could turn out quite nicely indeed. We're going to just... Let's do a little bit of deployment with Bortoleto. He's got good pace here. Yellow flag is out. Don't know who that's for. Sector 1.
Now, is that Yuki Tsunoda?
Tsunoda. Why did it say bad luck for me?
Now, it's quite wet for those on the track.
Let's have a look. What does he do? Does he just lose
Oh,
it?
that'll be a costly crash.
Oh, he
as
does.
The car makes...
He did lose it. Looks like a little bit of acceleration. And now, here we go. Lap 9 still, no changes then. And we're still sat behind these two. It's getting wetter out there. It is absolutely getting wetter. And look at the pace that Bortoleto is now showing round the outside of the Aston Martin. And what a move. What a move. Up to 13th. Maybe our car is just beautiful in the wet conditions. Now, Bortoleto and Hulkenberg can start to move forward if they can. Because Bortoleto is right behind the Williams. I said we had good pace. I said we looked after our tyres. And that is another move. Bortoleto is up to 12th. No points for the top 10. You need to be in the top 8. And I'll tell you what, look at this. Hulkenberg up to 6th now. Well, he was. ERS, though, is a struggle. We try and hold off. And I don't think we can. We just can't. Hulkenberg has to concede position. But don't worry. Again, tyres looking good here. 84%. We are all queuing up behind Antonelli. And as you can see, what do we got? Hajar's had a mechanical fault. P7, right behind the Aston Martin. On top up as well. Bortoleto 2.3, got Sainz right behind him. So everything is pretty close right now. With still 10 laps to go. So a long, long way to go. Can we look after our tyres and be closer later on? So lap 13, you've just joined me. Piastri has overtaken. Piastri has got ahead. We've had good fuel. We've been looking after tyres. You'll be able to see the tyre management. Look, we have got near enough the strongest tyres out there at the moment. But we're about 10% better than everyone else. Problem is, the performance of the top teams, the elite teams, has suddenly appeared from nowhere. It's almost like the wetter conditions have come in. And these have absolutely flown. Instead, Leclerc's now right on our tail. 2.3 seconds is the gap from Hulkenberg to Piastri already. Bortoleto seemingly has started to struggle. So it's almost like we've started to use a little bit of tyre. And we start to struggle. Leclerc, right behind us. We're trying all we can to hold on. We've used pretty much all of the battery system. We've got that gap down to 1.3. But again, it's just we've just seemed to have suddenly lost that pace we had so much of early on. I mean, it's no threat to see Alonso, Leclerc, Piastri around us. I mean, we are kind of hoping for DNFs, but Hulkenberg can see the cars ahead. Leclerc is all over the back of us. Yellow flag is out. That has cleared. And here comes Leclerc on a move. It was Jack Doohan running wide. Can we hold on? I don't think we can. We're going to have to concede that position eventually. We have got good acceleration. It's not that good, though. Whoa, down to P9, but we've got a 4.5 second gap. We need the point, though. A point sits in 8th place if we can get it. So this is going to be tough. Couple of faults out there. Now we've got Sainz coming past Bortoleto. But Bortoleto holds on. This is tough. Tough racing already. 1.3 seconds. But all these are really close. So if we can sneak up behind, we might have a chance. When do we go attacking, though? I think 3 laps to go. We just send it full beans. 3 laps of attack on the tyres and see what happens. But, I mean, if we can just catch up with these, they've surely got to hold each other up. Let's skip to 3 laps to go. You can see Hulkenberg there. It's about 2 seconds. And I feel like if we just keep skipping this out, now, we'll stick that to neutral. Stick that to neutral. 2 seconds off the points. Time to attack. Bortoleto in 12th. Time to get some confidence. Now, let's use that tyre advantage. We've got about 10% on Leclerc and those cars around us. It's time to see if we've got any pace. We need to use it. 3 laps to go. I don't think we've got the pace, but we'll definitely try and push and see if we can catch them up. We've already got that gap to 1.6 though. Wow, look at the pace we've shown to catch up with these. We've absolutely disappeared away from Lawson, who is seemingly struggling. And now Hulkenberg already is in to 8/10 of points paying positions. 2 laps to go as we cross the line for them 2 laps. Still, just going to look after our ERS system. When do we attack, though? Because we are only 6/10. I think we start our attack on ERS from the very back straight of this lap. Not necessarily this straight here. Bortoleto has got that gap down to 1.3. Let's just go standard on fuel. We are definitely pushing hard now. 4/10 is the gap. Still tyres in hand. I'll tell you what, this could get really good if we manage to get past all of these. But it's time to push. Time to push. And here we go. Past the Ferrari into the points. Now, can we get more positions? We're into P8. We're past the Ferrari. Final lap. This is what we've been trying to earn up for. Already I'm out of ERS though. So I'm going to hit the conserve mode for that one. We've got the tyres. Bortoleto has just got past Gasly as well. Can we get any more positions? 7th. A couple extra points would be beautiful. As we come round this turn now. Oh, and here we come. Here we come. Come on, baby. Are we going to make a move? The McLaren makes a move. But doesn't get through. Now we're going to top up through this section. Bortoleto will do the same. Hulkenberg is staying. These are all side by side. Now we hit the attack mode on the power. Here we go. We're into 7th. We're into 7th. Can we get 6th? Late drama in the sprint. I don't think we can. Oh, what a race. And we do hold off. Come on. Wow, Hulkenberg with a solid drive to P7. Looked after the tyres nicely. And we survived to P7. I mean, he's never happy, is he? Never happy, Hulkenberg. That is P7 and P11. It is only 2 points, I think, for the sprint. So,
and Nico Hulkenberg
come on.
there, ending today's sprint in the points.
More points for Kick Sauber. There you go. Get in. P7. 39.5. I mean, we're so slow on some fastest laps sometimes. But wow, what a result. That will be taking all day long for the points.
Welcome,
doesn't last long though.
Qualifying.
It's time for qualifying here in Miami. And we have got heavy rain again. So, this is going to be an interesting session. Wet weather all the way through. Now, I'd argue that it's currently at its wettest at the moment, so we don't really want to put a lap time in. You want to probably start sending your cars out around probably 4:07 when it comes to this time, when that track starts to lose a little bit of water. You can see now, we're going to get to about this stage where I think you start to see some cars, and yes, you do. We are a little bit slow to the party. But I feel like we'll get some better track conditions. So let's have a look how bad these track conditions are as we get set to do the first lap time. So this could be interesting. We showed good pace in the sprint by both cars. The question is, we're going to be the final car across the line when it comes to the first flying lap. Where will that sit us in queue number 1? We're obviously going to go green, so we should be going greens in the sector times. But let's see how the initial order looks. Because at the minute, the track's drying out still. I say drying, it's getting less wet. So as much as this lap goes on, we should get faster. Be no surprise to see us pop near the top. Because it is getting less wet. And I'll say that, we'll probably be about 21st. But, yeah, who knows. You can't even get 21st. That's how bold that statement is. As we come then down the back straight, that is the driest it's been, 3.54 millimetres of damp. Now, across the line, last car to come over on this first lap. And we crossed the line. I tell you what, I knew we wouldn't be far off. P4. And where's Hulkenberg, Bortoleto going to go? Oh my god, only P16.
Copy.
Yellow flag, Sonoda crash. Yeah, Sonoda. Crashing on turn 16. Look at all these cars. This is on an in-lap. Oh, he loses it. Bang. Back right into the barrier as well. Sonoda carries on, though. So Bortoleto got to find a lot of time here. A lot of time. But it's not really going to get me a lot of extra time, to be honest, pitting with fresh wets. Everyone coming back out, though. Let's go with. We might as well stick with them.
Okay.
So, let's go on board again. This is a crucial Q1, sorry. So, come on then. Bortoleto has got to find time. We're going to go on board with Bortoleto, who has got, I think, Nico Hulkenberg just ahead, but it's a solid lap time by Nico Hulkenberg, who is 0.4 tenths off the pole sitter at the moment in Q1. First sector for Hulkenberg is going to be green. Bortoleto is also going to be green. 37.6, 37.7. Okay, I'm happy with that. Only a tenth off for Bortoleto in between the times. Now, we've still got to find improvement. Hulkenberg is dropping. Times are getting quicker. It is a 24.5, a 24.5. These are better times that are now going in. We are plummeting down the order. Hulkenberg should survive, though, I think, against everybody coming over. Hulkenberg will move up to 11th. Bortoleto on the cusp. I think, though, Yuki Tsunoda is still going to come across the line. I think he's going to put us out. He does. And I tell you what, we are the only car on wets. Ah. I tell you what, we did well to put that lap time together with wet tyres as well. Everybody went to intermediates. I didn't think it would be good enough for intermediates. It is. And Bortoleto has another drastic qualifying. He is out. I should have watched and looked at the track. I didn't think it was going to be Inter's time. I didn't think it was going to be Inter's. Ah, that's annoying. Bortoleto on Inter's would have definitely got through then. He nearly got through on the wets. Now, 4.1. Track details. It's going to get drier. It's defo going to be intermediates then at the end of the session. Everybody's going out. We will go out for the fun. See what sort of lap time we can put in. We'll get a lot of cars on an out lap as well. That is probably definitely slowed us up there. Definitely. We're going to be well off the... Oh, way at 1.2. Well off the pace. But I feel like this is an intermediate track shortly. Now it changes to damp. We are nearly at 3.8. I've got to go intermediates here. Like so. Look at the track. It's got to be about here that we send them out. You need to be on track as late as possible here. And I feel like everybody is going to do the same. Everybody is going to go. Behrman comes out. Verstappen. If Verstappen goes, I go. That's the cue. Now, let's see how this goes. The track is getting less damp all the time. 2.75 as we cross the line. Have we gone too early? Well, at the minute, we have the less pressure. But our first intermediate run, after we should have done it in Q1, which saw Hulkenberg scrape through and Bortoleto not get through. Now we are on our way to see if we can survive. Can we survive here? What have we got so far? Currently, we're always going to be green. We're on Inters. 36.8 through Sector 1. Got to be a lot of improvement. Purple's up there as well. Verstappen in danger, but setting purple times. We are 1.2 off the leader as Behrman does a 41.0. We've done a 23.8. Yellow flags. Tell you what, a red flag would still put us through. Piastri lock up. Piastri could be struggling here to get through. Verstappen does a 39.2. Here comes Hulkenberg across the line. 7 tenths off, a 39.9. How much was people impacted by the yellow flags that was caused by Piastri? Because Piastri, I think, is about to come through at the moment. There he is. Did all these get impacted? I don't think they did. We are plummeting, though. Piastri surely can't get through on a lockup. He pits. Albon, I mean, surely he's done. Tsunoda and Behrman is done. So I think that is us through. I believe we're through in P9. And we will be making a Q3 appearance again. The ever-reliable Nico Hulkenberg. Now, we are into qualifying 3. Oh, eat your heart out, Mr. Hulkenberg, you beast. Now, what's this weather doing? Right, we got to go. We have got to go because these conditions are now. We have got the best conditions out there. This is going to slowly start ramping up. when it matters. You can see here, look, it's about to start getting wetter. Have we done this at the perfect time? Is Nico Hulkenberg, as he has done before, potentially going to snap a pole position? We have got the best conditions. It should start getting heavier, the rain. I am not seeing the damp change at the moment. It's still 1.08 millimeters. I wanted to see that go up. Our weather said it would be going up now. It hasn't. That's gutting because I thought we'd have ultimate conditions. As we come down the back straight, still 1.08. It hasn't got any wetter. I thought it would do. As we now come round the final few corners to cross the line, it's very glum, and it is a 1:35.6. A 1:35.6. Wow, look at that. And the rain does just improve and get heavier. We are not going to be improving that lap time. There is absolutely no doubt that we get that lap time better. Stroll and Hamilton look like they are going to be behind us. I mean, everybody is going. There's absolutely no chance that we improve our lap times here because the track is a lot more wet than it was before. We're going to skip through though. Don't expect any improvements. That should be it as in terms of qualifying. Yes, no improvement found by absolutely anybody. And that is Q3 done. And yet again, Nico the Brave, Mr. Hulkenberg, has got us into a beautiful P8 position with a 35.6 in Q3. Verstappen will start on pole for this race. Now, a good sprint race could bode well, but remember the sprint race was in wet conditions. Now, we're going to be at threat to DRS. That is going to be the problem. Now, one stop potentially is possible, but according to the two stop, it's 7 seconds quicker. So, that is going to be interesting. So, one stop now would be 9 seconds slower. So, we got to be doing a two stop, I feel. Got to be. Can we go softs? Can we go soft, medium at all? Do we have softs? We do. Let's bring that back in. Let's move that out a little bit. I don't think we can. No, we can't really, unless I went to hards, which is not very feasible. So let's come off that strategy. I think we've got our best strategy, like so. And we're going to get ready for 57 laps, I think it said, of Miami. It is 57 laps. We often see a safety car around here. So I'm going to actually take one of a lap of fuel out of the car, like so. 102.3, 102.3. Let's go like that. Bortoleto often doesn't need as much fuel. Near the back. Okay, so here we go. We're getting ready to showcase this race in Miami as we get racing. Red Bull on pole. Verstappen leads Russell, leads Norris.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
We are away. Nico Hulkenberg has got away okay. That's what we wanted to see. Verstappen still leads. Bortoleto in 16th loses a place to Sainz early on. So not the best start from Bortoleto off the line, but he is safely through. That's all that matters. Now, as we come around the first few turns down the first long straight, that bright green of Nico Hulkenberg lighting up the track as he goes in hunt of Alonso. Hamilton in the Ferrari on soft tyres right behind us as well. Mostly soft tyres have been selected for the grid for the start, so expect to see a lot of pit time around the same sort of time. Now, I'm going to leave these pushing as much as we can. That's one of the mistakes that we usually make, and we slack off and let them get away. But we're going to keep up this push early on. Where are we? P17. DRS is enabled for the very first time. Let's see that Kick Sauber top speed. That is what we're very good at. Acceleration is good. Our top speed is decent. Not amongst these cars, though. These cars are still some elite cars. But let's see. Here we go. Our first time attempt on Alonso. DRS will enable now, but so it will for Alonso. P8 currently. Bortoleto only a tenth behind Sainz. Still. in P17. So I'm going to conserve the fuel. Here we go. On Alonso. And that drag race into the turn is going to see us get into 7th place. Can we keep this pace up? Bortoleto past Sainz, P16. If only I could get some confidence into Mr. Bortoleto and get him into a point scoring position or something, because he deserves a good result. He's had some close calls from P12, P13, so he does deserve something. But as we go down, we have got Alonso right on our tail. Alonso will go on board. 1.1 seconds is the gap. We've got side by side Antonelli and Lawson as we catch back up. We'll go to top up though. It's a good opportunity whilst we're behind with DRS to just coast. Same as these as we actually make a move on the McLaren. Bortoleto, I was just raving his reviews lately. And that is a beautiful move. McLaren, who's got good acceleration, a very strong car. Bortoleto, out of battery, that's going to aid the McLaren. But he doesn't. Tell you what a great move. Bortoleto, there you go. He's got the minerals. P15. What a move. Now, Hulkenberg. Kind of again, as soon as I start pushing, starts to fade away. Alonso here with DRS. He hasn't gone to the inside though. And Hamilton tries to come back through. Again, trying to just catch back up. Yellow flags are out. There has been a crash. But I don't think there's any safety car VSC. There isn't. Who's crashed? Here. And it is Jack Doohan and Carlos Sainz. Just coming together, I feel. There you go. Just a little bit of wheel-to-wheel action. Them two do hit each other. And I tell you what, here he comes, Hulkenberg, to try and get past Liam Lawson. This is a battle for 6th place. Now, Hulkenberg, again, out of power ERS system. That's what we've got to try and manage. Russell fighting Verstappen. Look at this for a battle for the lead. If all F1 races were like that, as Bortoleto makes another move.
Now here we are at the final corner.
Final corner. Oh, you couldn't have got a car through there, really. I don't care. Bortoleto is a man on a mission. Russell fighting away. So is Hulkenberg. So is Bortoleto. They're both conserving ERS system as well. Just keeping within a second. Trying to just bring it closer. Now we know our top speed is a weapon. Here we go. Let's try and use it as we accelerate out. Here it is. Deployment of ERS with DRS open for all cars. Not going to be making a move there. What about Bortoleto? Still 5 tenths to Sonoda. No gap there as we come in. And it's the Alpine. We've got to get ahead of Gasly. He's not near the points. But I'd like to see a move on him at some point as we go to the outside. Nearly a switcheroo. Piastri comes past Yuki. These two battling hard. This could end in tears. And Hamilton now all over the back of Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg has just dropped as he's looking after his ERS down the outside. The Ferrari, no surprise, comes absolutely through. So, Behrman and Gasly ahead. And I feel like that Ferrari coming through is the last kick, really, because now we can focus on the Astons, who are not as quick. Yellow flags out there again. Look at the speed that we've got. We're in formation.
Yellow flag now.
Hajar has crashed on turn 2, I think it said. No, turn 12. He's on his own. Oh, he puts the accelerator down and he bins it into the wall. But no safety car. Nothing. Bortoleto to top up again. Hulkenberg now 2 seconds adrift. Starting to lose pace with these faster cars. Used a lot of tyres, but on lap 7, we've kind of got to where we have. The only key now is that we get past Gasly. And then we're in our own little race in 8th and 12th. Down the straight, DRS yet to enable, but look at the pace that we've got. And now we come through down the outside. Bortoleto has made the move. He is up to P number 12. 5/10 gap now created. So Bortoleto flying. Hulkenberg doing okay. Now we've got 6 tenths of a second. And we're going to top that bad boy back up. And hopefully pull away. But Bortoleto in 12th. Can we get double points? I'll tell you what, Gasly's coming back. He is not giving this up any doubt. Good defending. Medium tyres are the mediums just getting, and I tell you what, Piastri has just come past Bortoleto as well. 2 position loss there. Annoying. But that's 8 tenths. I think we're starting to struggle a little bit because the pace has dropped away. Behrman is now all over the back of Bortoleto. Race pace just seems to really hurt sometimes. And that is where it is hurting us big time. Going to conserve a little bit of fuel now down the straight. Keep us in line. Hulkenberg's lost time, but he's a million miles away from anyone else at the moment. 2 seconds is the gap. And yeah, if you save fuel, Bortoleto just got back to Behrman. I'm going to try and save a little bit of fuel. 2.2 seconds is the gap you can see from Alonso to Hulkenberg. I want to keep that at 2 seconds. And Bortoleto getting back past. I'm going to try and bring that fuel down. I wanted an early safety car. Nothing's happened. The pace is falling. Hulkenberg down to 10th. Alonso's moved clear. So has Piastri. They've got us. That is a gap that we didn't want to fall too much. But we're coming into the pit window for Bortoleto. I mean, there's some incredible battles out front if we look at on board from Hamilton. Look at this for a train. I wish we were battling this. Look at that. The top 5 separated by about 1.5 seconds. Nearly 2. That is incredible. Bortoleto is dropping again. His pace has absolutely disappeared. Absolutely disappeared. I'm going to get him into the pits on the next lap. He's just got no pace left. He's just really dropped away. I'm going to try and keep him with them cars. Let's try and harvest as well on this 1 lap. See how much damage that affects us. Lost about a second at the moment. Try and harvest as well. We need some sort of pace back. And again, we're just only that far away, but I feel like... Ugh, do I want to go now? It's lap... What? 15, 14 is the pit, so it's the next lap. I might go early. Feel like we're going to be 1.4 seconds quicker, it says. So we've got to try something. 1.9 is the gap to Piastri. Yeah, we're not really doing too great here. But we'll top back up. We'll keep on pushing. And now we are going to get in this lap. Bortoleto is going to be the only car in for the early pit stop. Lap 14. And can this reap a little bit of benefit? A little bit of undercut as well. Good stop. 2.5s, please. It's not bad. 2.7. I've seen quicker. We're ahead of Hajar, which is key. Now, time to attack. We need to get the undercut triggered. We are still holding on to a point at the moment. There was a lot of soft tyres out there. And we've now stretched to Bortoleto, who should absolutely fly. The key here is to get them tyres up to temperature, get the undercut against all of these around us. And I think we should be able to do that. No one's really pitting yet, so we should have full use. I mean, let's do 1 more lap. Although we are using all of that ERS. Norris has got a mechanical fault. Norris is in the lead. A mechanical fault for Lando. That could be interesting in this race. He could have some issues. Alonso's got a mechanical fault as well. And Ocon has got some issues too. So there's a lot of cars out there with mechanical faults now. As we come through this middle sector. And we are seemingly only 2 seconds behind Mr. Alonso now. Bortoleto is continuing this heavy push. Russell pits from 7th, 8th. Hulkenberg's going to go through. And now we've got a battery that he's depleted. So we're going to move that back down to standard. Bortoleto should have been putting in green sectors, green and yellow. He should get past Yuki, who's in the pits now, and come across the line. Yuki just coming back out. Bortoleto is already gone. That is a good stint. Now, Stroll catching up to us on soft tyres. He looks like he's starting to attack a little bit more. And now we are in to pretty much a pit stop element. We're going to go 1 more lap. Lawson pits from 6th place. And we're going to try and close that gap. Where does Alonso? Does he pit? No, he doesn't. He carries on. Now we're going to pit. Look at the acceleration on Hulkenberg. We're going to go to medium tyres next. Can we get the move done on Fernando into turn 1? Yes, we can. That is a big move. And now, all-out attack lap coming here. A lot of cars in the pits. This is what we wanted to avoid. Lap 17, we have now got Bortoleto past and behind Albon. He's ahead of Behrman, Sainz, Ocon, up to 15th. And he's got a car of Jack Doohan. Yellow flags. I think Russell has potentially gone wide. Antonelli spun. So Antonelli spinning on turn 15. Let's have a look at this. Oh, he's on the accelerator too quick. And we are through. So, 5 seconds behind Piastri. We're ahead of Alonso. And now Russell is seemingly just gone absolutely flying past. And we are coming into the pits then. So, P8 pit stop for Hulkenberg. Bortoleto still continues to travel up the back straight. And let's have a look at this pit time. Come on. 2.7 still. Okay, not the greatest. And he comes back out behind Jack Doohan. But brand new spanking medium tyres for the man in green. As we get set and get racing again. Bortoleto is in a wood of his own at the moment. And we are pretty standard where we are at the moment. Now lap 22. Look at this for a battle. Bortoleto, like we've seen before, another mechanical fault for Norris. He's in danger in this race. Bortoleto on that undercut up to 12th. That is a really good stint from Bortoleto, and he's currently just holding off, creating this gap for Hulkenberg. Now, you will see Hulkenberg is behind Albon and Alonso, who are on worse tyres than us. The question is, can we find a way past? DRS open, look at the acceleration. We move to the left. Can we get past? We can. Hulkenberg is through. And he's going to have a look at Fernando Alonso as well while he's at it. Here we go into turn 1. It's a beautiful few corners for Hulkenberg, who puts himself into P9. Bortoleto having an epic battle with Pierre Gasly. And Gasly's on some fresh rubber as well. So really, he's done a good job there. 8-second gap from Hulkenberg to Piastri. But here comes Alonso on those soft tyres again. It is P9. Still in the points. Bortoleto has still got Gasly ahead of him. And now, down the straight we go. Hulkenberg to light up DRS. Back past the Aston Martin on those soft tyres. So back up to P9. No real pit stops ahead of us though, yet. As Hulkenberg, that was that move completed. Alonso comes back up the inside and gets that move done. So swapping around quite a lot. Bortoleto behind Gasly. This is action-packed all the way. Alonso just steering clear. Have we got DRS? I don't think we have. Oh, we have got DRS. So that is going to bring us back in probably a second. Let's try and deploy. We've got to keep within a second all the time. Bortoleto can definitely, I feel, get Gasly here. Now watch this acceleration. Lap 25. We should be able to see and reap some rewards. Here we come. Is it too late? It is. We're going to have to top up, I feel. We need to look after the tyres and fuel. Bortoleto back past Gasly. Yes, that is a beautiful move. Back past. It's fighting all the time here. P10 and P12. Now, lap 33, no surprise to see Bortoleto is still battling Gasly and Albon. So, even though he did that really early stop, it's still actually working out nicely. He's still being able to keep with. I do need to try and conserve a little bit of fuel sometimes. Hulkenberg's fuel is coming down. He's got Alonso still right behind him like always. The question is, Norris has dropped back because of this mechanical issue. But we're still quite far away. 17 seconds. We're well over a pit stop away from them cars. We've just had them been so strong on the pace, some of them cars. As we come down the straight then, we're going to try and get some of that fuel back. Here comes Alonso. Can't get past. Going to have to just conserve a little bit here. Because I'm a little bit in danger of fuel. Don't want it to be the case. But I'm going to have to do a little bit of management. Well, hopefully, DRS brings us along. Hulkenberg still 10th. Antonelli in the pit. And I think he's just going to get out ahead. He is. Bortoleto now dropping back. Got a lot of fuel to save, though, Bortoleto. Now, Hulkenberg is staying with. That is good. Now, what can we do here? Can we deploy past? Can we deploy past? And actually, Bortoleto's catching Albon. Come on, where's the move? It's nowhere. Bortoleto. DRS down the straight. Again, it's Albon and Gasly. Russell is in the pits. And here comes a potential move. So, Hulkenberg on Alonso. Job done. We are ahead now. 9th place. Bortoleto, as always, just getting that fuel back down to 2.2 now. And we go back to top up. P9. Here comes Bortoleto. On the medium tyres. Coming into the pit window. I want to go a little bit longer if I can. Whilst also saving the fuel. Let's go back to neutral. This is critical times. Alonso now dropped a second. Still will probably get DRS. Let's go back to standard on the fuel. Because we've got a decent enough gap. Bortoleto down to -2. And he is ahead. He was ahead. I think he still is. He is now ahead of Albon. So good move by Albon. Has to defeat. And we are out. Flying Bortoleto. Even though he's conserving. Maybe that's the trick. You've got to conserve to race fast. As Alonso now comes in. So Alonso on the earlier pit. Bortoleto is into P12 as these two go battling again. And we are nearly within a second. So P9 and P12 at the moment with a pit stop due. Any sort of second in this race. Any sort of second we're going to be screaming into the pits. Getting some fresh tyres. I ideally want to get to around lap 30. I think that's 38. 1 or 2 more laps with Bortoleto. As Albon comes back at him but can't get through. Hulkenberg's on track to go to softs. And we're still conserving though. Albon coming back again. Looks like no safety car today at the minute. But that could always change. Because Bortoleto is going to sit within DRS here. And is he going to get back past? Into turn 1? No. Alonso, what did he go to? Medium tyres. We're going to be on the softs to the end. We've got a couple of laps to go for Bortoleto still. So it's all about the in-lap for Bortoleto. We've got to be absolutely pushing this. Try and just get some extra time out of them very old tyres. Hulkenberg is in 9th still. Just very, very happily, I'm going to try and extend this out a couple of laps. Because if we can get some better, basically, speed and some offset on the soft tyres. Bortoleto just coming through this middle sector now. Lawson pits. We've got a good gap away from Stroll. Where can Bortoleto get? I'll be very interested to see where he can get in this race. As down the straight we go. And he'll be coming into the pits. Doggies are coming in here to check out what's happening as well. Here we go, doggies. We're flying. Bortoleto into the pits. Stroll pits as well. We're going to be going for the medium tyres. That is a bad stop. 4.5 seconds. You are not getting a bonus this week, troops.
And what's that?
That is frustrating. The front right. And that is a pain. Let's attack early on with those tyres. Let's get them up to speed. We have now got Mr. Hulkenberg, who has got Piastri and Norris ahead up in the pits. We're going to still keep extending out. I feel like this offset could be nice. Still got to look after a little bit of fuel with Bortoleto. Try and conserve down that straight as well as push. As the ERS runs out. Yellow flags. Not sure what that's for. Crash.
Here's the replay.
No safety car. It is Jack Doohan and the Haas.
And there, the cars make contact.
Just coming together. Not major, is it? Not major. Okay, Bortoleto and Sainz then. Sainz has just got Bortoleto apparently. And what is Sainz on? Mediums, 83%. Again, we're just trying to gain a little bit of fuel back. Hulkenberg is okay at the moment. So, soft tyres time for Hulkenberg. Now, he has got a 12.6 second delta. We are going to lose a lot of time here to Alonso. The question is, do we have enough time to get back through? You can see the delta of those soft tyres. Bortoleto has just got past and reduced back again to Sainz. Ocon has retired for the Haas. Now, luckily, Alpine are not scoring any points, so we're safe there. Still, just trying to bring the fuel back for Bortoleto. We'll go back to neutral. He can definitely get a few positions here. And Hulkenberg now gets that gap to 14 seconds, pretty much. So he'll come into the pits. He's going to got about 8 seconds to probably gain. Probably more than that. He's probably, what, a 25-second pit stop round here? He might have 12 seconds in 13 laps. That could be horrible. Oh, you've just done me, game. 4.7 second again. You have just
there's
done
been an
me.
issue in the pits.
Another 2 seconds to add to that. I think our points are gone. It's about 8 seconds is the gap. That's what we've got to gain back. We should have a very quick car, though. Could just bring these tyres up to temperature. Bortoleto should be good as well here. And now we've got to try and find an attack. We'll go to aggressive on the tyres shortly. Now. Okay, so we have got 4, 7, about 8 seconds to catch Alonso. It's not that bad. Can we get to the points? We have got to hunt down some very, not too old tyres, but you never know. This is not over. Never over at all. We're going to go aggressive on the mediums because Bortoleto has just got past Sainz as well. And let's try and close them gaps. And we are about to close that first gap. Lap 46. We have a chance to close on the Williams of Alex Albon. Here we come. Look at the pace difference as we go up the inside. And the traction should be elite for ourselves. It is. It is more than elite. We are through and we are away. So we're going to go down the straight. I'm going to top back up. Make sure we've got that good. Bortoletto's not a million miles away, you know. And now here are 11th and 10th if we want points. No ERS. That is our problem. 3 seconds the gap. 1.2 isn't it? It's 1.2. Here is Stroll. Right on the backside. Yellow flag. I think it's for these two crashing, I believe. Or no, Antonelli locking up at turn 11. Where is... I mean, Bortoletto's only 4 seconds back. Deploy time. By the way, that gap to Alonso now 4.5 seconds as we go round the outside. And we're already past Stroll. Look at the pace that we are showing. Fastest lap by Piastri. This should see us past Gasly now as well. Oh, it's easy past Gasly. There you go. We are now into the points. Back into P10. 3.3 behind Alonso. But Bortoleto could just be in a nice little position. 32.6. He's lapping considerably quicker than the cars around him. And now we've got to hunt down Alonso. But Gasly has just got back ahead of us. That wasn't in the script. So I'm going to keep him on topping up the ERS system. We should have enough pace here anyway. But I didn't see that overtake coming. So now we're back out to 5 seconds to Alonso. A lot of mechanical faults out there. Got to keep it on conserve on the ERS. DRS now open. That should see us past. And it does. But will we hold off Gasly this time? And he comes into turn 1. Is he going to make the move? Not this time. So, let's deploy. We've got to get Gasly out of the way. He is quick, Gasly. And, annoyingly, he's on older tyres than us. So, we start to stretch the gap, but he will get DRS. Bortoleto is trying to close as well. And the gap now, 3.5 to Alonso. That's what we've got to keep an eye on. Got our second gap to Gasly. Top that back up. Now 3 seconds to Alonso if we want to get back to P9. All the way down that straight, Bortoleto is taking time off Albon. All the way down. Stroll now right behind us. Where is this AI pace coming from? We are on better tyres, same management levels. We can't seem to shift. Let's push the power ERS system away. Can we avoid DRS detection? I don't think we can. That rear wing will be open. It is. 2.7 the gap now. 2.7 to Alonso. And a little bit of fuel. I've got to watch the fuel on Bortoleto. He's only got 0.5. So I've got to watch it with him. I just don't think we can get there without... We need to clear Stroll, but I don't have the ERS system to manage it. Stroll now a 10th behind on the mediums. Is he going to get through here? Oh, I think he is. Wow. Okay, Aston Martin's suddenly, and that gap then is now 3.7 again. Okay, this is battle for points. Aston Martin are strong here. As we come back through, it's DRS which is the power. We go round the outside on Stroll, and that move is now complete. Bortoleto is nearly back in the fuel. He's on 0.2, no safety cars. Remember, and he's 2 seconds away. Here comes Stroll again. Up the inside, but no move this time. I imagine he'll have a move into turn 1 though. And he doesn't, so we hold off that one this time. Now, Bortoleto has got that gap still at 2 seconds. He's not really gaining anything here. Hulkenberg is only 6 tenths ahead. The gap is 3 seconds again. Here comes Stroll. We just can't live with that DRS power. That DRS is so strong. Gasly is here. This could look really bad if we're not careful. Let's push again. We've got to get rid. Got to get rid. You know what? I'm going to go attacking. Why? I need to create the second gap. And it's only 2.2 to Alonso here. I need to create this gap, but I just can't get any ERS system back. Stroll coming back at me now. Bortoleto's okay on fuel. 4 tenths is the gap. 6 tenths is the gap. 7. 9. Can it get to a second? It can. Will he get DRS? Press the wrong button. Don't think he did. He's a second now out. We're only a second behind Alonso. We're using everything we can. Now it's 2 seconds. And now it's 5 tenths. We have coasted. Well, I wouldn't say coasted. It's been bloody drama and hard work to get to the back of Alonso. And we've managed to pull clear of Stroll. And now it's time to sit. And now I'm going to sit and harvest here because we're not going to get any better than Alonso. I'm going to just look after things. So I'm just going to look after everything. 3 laps to go. Bortoleto is still on track, but still 2.3 seconds behind Albon. Here is Hulkenberg, just trying to bring them soft tyres down and look after the temperatures. We get a very slow kickoff. I tell you what, you don't want to go to conserve on them tyres, I'll tell you that. That is slow and steady. So, at least the temperature is controlled a bit more. Bortoleto's not going to get past 14th. Hulkenberg, though, 1.3. 3 laps to go. I'm on harvest still. That's okay. Just got to manage this. And push when we need to. Bortoleto still 14th. He can't find room. I'm going to use his ERS system now. Alonso's got a little bit of pace towards the end of this race, it seems. He's been holding it. But don't worry, Hulkenberg hasn't used ERS. So now we should see an absolute burst of pace. Where is Bortoleto? There he is. Topping up down the straight. Hulkenberg trying to close the gap as well. Gets it to about 1.3 seconds. Getting closer. Trying to bring that back. There will be nearly 1.5 laps to go shortly for us. And that's when I'm going to move this tyre to attack mode, like now. So, attack mode for Hulkenberg. Final lap's been started. That's how far away we are. It's can we get extra points as we go for the inside move on Alonso. And we are into P9. Don't think we're going to get anywhere with Bortoleto. He is just not there. Now, can we accelerate away? This is absolutely key. We are deploying everything we can, but that gap, I don't know if Alonso's got anything left to give. Because the gap is now, and we are out of ERS. That's painful, but it's 1.2 seconds. Bortoleto, yeah, 3.3. He's got nothing left to give. He is done. Right, 8 tenths. I need to try and survive this first DRS detection point. It's 1.2 now. 1.6. We've managed to clear Alonso, I think. 1.9.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Max Verstappen victory. Easy from Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc, Lawson, Piastri. Norris will survive with his mechanical issues, but for me, it's going to be more points in the bag because Nico Hülkenberg has survived a scare. He's going to finish just under or just over 4 seconds from Norris in the end. And that is some good racing. Hülkenberg to the line. It's P9 for Nico. Bortoleto, a little bit in no man's land. P14. Qualifying didn't help that necessarily. But he comes home in 14th place. It's still a decent job from Bortoleto. But you know what? We'll take that. It's another couple of points for Nico Hülkenberg. He's carrying this team at the moment.
The race wrapped up,
but we've got to get Bortoleto in. Hülkenberg started in P8, but could only manage in the end P9. But remember, there's some very tough opponents. And it was Bortoleto who started 16th, up 2 places, finished 14th. That is a good confidence booster for him. In the points then, Williams are still in 7th place. Oh, well actually, we overtook them because we got 4 points for finishing where we did. Because obviously you had the sprint as well. And that puts us into 6th place. Kick Sauber flying at the moment. No shock, our pit times were pretty terrible this week. 2.7s across the board. But most importantly, they both hit their contract performance targets, which means money, money, money for the Kick Sauber. Things are getting better. A design of a front wing has been completed. Our factory has been completed as well. Yes, in May, we've got round 7, and that is 11 days away. But our car development can now see us start to unfold. This new front wing is even better. Question is, do we need to build anything else? Underfloor is quite nice, as you can see. Medium speed, not great, but it's good in the high speed, low speed. I think we're going to focus on the underfloor first. We've got suspension, rear wing, front wing is obviously there. Chassis is already in progress. So I think a new underfloor is what we're going to be focusing on. We're going to get 4 of them. I can't do 4 of them. I ain't got enough money. So our first car part is going to be available in 8 days. We're going to do that one. Because that means we're going to be job done. We're going to get a new side pod, new chassis, new underfloor, and that is a stock of chassis. We are going to be looking pretty good. Let's put that old... I tell you what, it's a good job we've got an old underfloor. Look at that. That is never good. This new underfloor needs to come pretty quick. Was that the... Yeah, that was the underfloor, wasn't it? Oh, we are in trouble then. Underfloor is absolutely key to get done. Because we should still get 1, though. We should still, I believe, in 8 days, yeah, we're going to get 1. But that is this one done. We are flying high, factory complete, and it is now on to round 7 of Imola.